end of day 2, the International Conference of Leaders, and in the seat with me today is Colonel Charles Swansbury, the Territorial Commander of Ghana. The day started in its normal way with prayer and Bible study, and then we moved into the conference room, and Commissioner Robert Street presented to the conference a paper on teaching materials. Just tell us a little bit, if you would, about what happened.
Well, this is a new initiative initiated by the General, who wants an international teaching resource to help every Salvationist in every corps and centre to have a common understanding of the Army's purpose and mission and their place within it. So this presentation was to introduce the draft pilot first introduction of this new course, which seeks to explain here one Army, something of the teaching and the ideas that will be explored through a 10-unit programme. Also included with the Bible study and the material, which will also be paralleled by web-based material, is an introduction to one place in the world where the Army is facing challenges of culture and opportunity. And this is intended to be a stimulation so that people in different parts of the world can explore what it means in their own context and culture. Also on the back of the booklet is a parallel narrative which will be specifically aimed for young people. This is, as I say, a pilot project, pilot publication. The material will be developed in the coming months and years. One of the issues, of course, is that how does this material get translated into different languages and be applicable locally? Also recognising that in many parts of the world, of course, you have difficulties of access to not only the internet but electricity itself.
Thanks, Charles. All the papers this week are being presented because they're part of the mission priorities in the vision plan that the General has set for the One Army, One Mission, One Message. And in the afternoon session, the Youth and Children paper from Commissioner Clive Adams took centre stage. So tell us a little bit about the Youth and Children.
Well, of course, in different parts of the world, the activities amongst young people and children vary tremendously. Commissioner Clive Adams spoke primarily from a Western perspective, using published material and also from his own research. And of course, if you look at it very critically, it can paint a very bleak picture, recognising that many young people in our world today think the church is outdated and irrelevant, and as such are leaving Christianity in significant numbers. But the Commissioner recognised that the Army is well placed to respond to these opportunities, and where countries are giving priority to work amongst young people, and particularly to discipleship making, then there are encouraging signs of growth. Of course, the situation varies from country to country, and in the ensuing discussion, many of those from different parts of the world recognise that the work amongst young people is maintaining a tremendous buoyancy, and many young people are attending not only Salvation Army activities but attending Salvation Army schools, for example. But there was a word of caution that this attendance and this acceptance of the Christian Church should not be taken for granted or presumed, and that continued efforts should be made to ensure that the Army's message remains relevant to young people.
So the day started in prayer, and it also finished in prayer, but in a different way. Partners in mission may be something that's not necessarily understood by some of our viewers, and I'd like you just to tell us a little bit about what we mean by partners in mission and what happened tonight around the dinner tables, and then ensuing that into prayer meeting with the partners in mission.
Well, for many years around the Salvation Army world, countries have been linked by this grouping called Partners in Mission, and it seeks to link together those from perhaps more affluent and developed countries with those in developing countries. And for many years, the material produced for instance, in the UK for the self-denial appeal, seeks to highlight the needs and the opportunities in different parts of the world. Now, in this present year, the groupings have been shuffled a little, and so there are new relationships and new opportunities to be explored. And the idea of the evening meal was that those who are now grouped together in the new mission partnerships were able to meet each other and to try to understand each other's contexts and the fields in which we serve. And then the following discussion sort of how these relationships might be consolidated in ways other than purely financial giving.
Thanks, Colonel. So the day started in prayer and it concluded in prayer. And that was day 2 at the International Conference of Leaders.
Thank you.